Morning folks, it's a lovely morning. I thought I'd try something a little bit different today and use two cameras. So let's go. I'll spin you around in a second. I'll just get into the garden. Yeah, it's a lovely day. If you can see there, there's hardly a cloud in the sky. Lovely. Time to crack on. So I'll spin you around. Right, so nice day today, like I say. I've got a couple of jobs. I'm going to sort that area out today because I need some more space. There's a little bit of a easterly wind there, which is making it cold-ish, but it's not too bad. Everything needs a good watering, even though it did water the other day. Anyway, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Crack on. See you in a bit. See you in a bit.
Dave at the allotment. Dave, what are you after this afternoon?
Hello, welcome to Dave's allotment.
Still cracking on at the allotment? Get the kettle on.
It's a lovely day.
It's Dave at the allotment. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Right, I was too busy messing about earlier on with them two camera shots. I forgot to say hello folks, welcome to another episode of Dave's Allotment in this glorious sun. First thing you should need to do is get the kettle on, make a brew, sit back and relax. Haha. I bought myself a new toy. If I can get it out of my pocket. It's one of them grip anywhere camera tripods. So I'm gonna be using this today as well. Anyway, I'm blabbering. Kettle on. See you in a bit. Oops. Well, that doesn't work. Right, just while I finish my cuppa, I'm going to show you round. Like I say, it's a bit of a different video of the day because I've got two cameras. Not first job. Later on, I'm going to have a fire because I want to get this bit tidied up. Because it's getting around about that time of year. Hello, cat. So one of the first jobs I want to get done today is because it's a bit too warm to work in the greenhouse. I do have a couple of jobs to do in there, but they'll be done later on. I want to get this bit tidied up. Now I kept this bit like it is because, as you know, last year I had some giant cabbages. Well, I left them to go to seed, which they did. And look what's happened, some bloody pigeons or something have ate the tops off. Buggers. So they're coming out today. They're coming out. Sorry if it's shaking around a bit there folks. It's I'm using this new tripod stand thing. Right, that's better. So like I say, today that'll be getting tidied up down here. Give us another little good bed to plant stuff in. So I'll crack on with that. Cheers! Right folks, so this bit is going to get cleared. Ready for planting some more potatoes in, I think. I might as well fill the rest of this side up. So instead of filming it all, what I'll do is, this is a before and after I have dug and forked and got rid of all the weeds and all that kind of thing. It's going to look like this. Well, it's getting there. I've just stopped for 5 minutes because as I'm digging, there's loads of birds coming round. They must realise, oh, I'm going to get some worms here. So there's been goldfinches, blue tits, coal tits, all sorts. I usually see a robin, So I'm just going to leave me fork there for a little bit while I have 5 minutes sit down and see if there's any robbing action. I'll see you in a bit.
I'm gonna fill the kettle, I'm gonna sow some seeds, I'm gonna dig the garden, get rid of all the weeds, I'm gonna plant some flowers, I'm gonna plant some veg, I'm gonna pick some blackberries when they grow on my hedge. But first I'm gonna put the kettle on, gonna have a brew, 'cause that's the first thing you should do. Too right it is. I'm gonna prune some roses, I'm gonna prune some trees, make sure there's plenty pollen, I wanna save the bees. I'm gonna wait for sunshine, I'm gonna wait for rain, I'm gonna wait for springtime, then it starts all over again. But first I'm gonna put the kettle on, gonna have a brew, 'cause that's the first thing you should do. I'm gonna wait for summer, I'm gonna pick some crops, plenty of them, 'cause they taste much better than the crops bought from the shops. I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna fool around all the time. Allotment life's much better, 'cause I just think it's sound. But first I'm gonna put the kettle on, gonna have a brew, 'cause that's the first thing you should do.
Right, that's it, it's all dug over, weeds taken out, roots dug out and all that. I'll give it a light raking over. I'll put some fertiliser down and get me potatoes planted in that little bit. Right, I've made the most of that land there. I've got another row of potatoes, Charlotte down there, and this row here is just a mixture of all sorts. There was some saved potatoes off last year, I had some Picasso left over, the Charlotte, all sorts, just whatever was left has gone in that row. So that's going to be like a mystery row. Anyway, before I crack on with the next job, I just need to go and wash my helmet, because it's getting a bit dirty there. See you in a bit. Right, as you can see, I've been busy putting some tomatoes in. It's the ones I got off Jeff when I was last there on May Day. As you can see, I've been putting them in the pots, but I've tried a different way this time. Give us 2 seconds, folks. Now these pots, remember I got them out of a skip? Well, I've already got the holes in, so instead of making a hole in the bottom, I've just sunk them in the ground. And there's a reason for this, which I'll explain to you. For those of you who already know, go and make yourselves a cuppa. In fact, it's too hot for a cuppa today, so go and make yourselves a nice cold drink. Or if you're watching this at night, why not have a alcoholic beverage? Right, so I just get down here. Sweet corn's being canny there, but I'll get onto that later. So I've sunk these pots in, and I've filled the rest with humax compost. I've also prepared the bed by putting some gromo, fish blood and bone, some blood, and some of that seaweed pellet stuff into the soil, so it's nice and fertile. Now I've used these strings for the first time ever. I thought, well, because I've got these here, these spikes, they go into the ground, perfect. I'll keep that out there because I'll forget it's there. So what I've done I've attached the bamboo cane to the roof. I'll show you all this later. But like I say, there's a reason for putting oh, right. Was it Granville? There's a reason why you put them in the pots. Either these pots or a bottomless pot. Because tomato plants have two sets of roots. There's a feeding set of roots which stay close to the stem. And the actual tap root, the one that's going to find the water, it goes right down. So, general rule of thumb, add your feed to the pot, water onto the ground. If you do that, you cannot go wrong. So I'm going to crack on with this, get the rest of these out here. I forgot which ones are which. I know that the Spanish giant tomatoes or something, and some American tomatoes. So that's what they are. I've also got these red alert, which I'll put like in amongst these, straight into the ground. See what happens. So, crack on! Right, there's another important job to do at this time of year. As you can see, in between the onions, there's a lot of weeds starting to grow. Now, you're best off using this time, especially on the dry weather, get in amongst the onions with the hoe and give it a good old hoe. A good old hoe down. So I'm going to crack on with that. Right, so that's that. Not only does the hoeing take away the weeds, which will just die off there now, it also breaks the soil up a bit because it hasn't rained, like I say, and the ground is bone dry. So it's loosening it up for when it gets a good watering later on, when I put the hose on. Next job!
Early morning, a new day is dawning. I look to the sky. Sunny weather, I can tell we're together feeling so high. Only you make me feel like I do. Summer day.
Right, that's the onions watered. I'll get the rest of the watering done and I'll show you around. Alright? Right folks, that's about it. I'm going to show you around now. So I'll quickly spin you around because I'm going to use this phone because my other camera seems to, the voice goes out of sync. So I don't know how it's doing that. So until I can solve that problem, I'll just use this phone. It seems to be quite a good camera anyway, so I'll crack on, I'll spin you round. Right, so the wildlife area, that's looking nice and green. Plenty of rhubarb still happening. Some over there as well, as you know. Plenty of it. So what's happening here? There was a reason I started up here, because I'm getting cherries on. Cherries on the tree. They are there. If you can see any, I can't spot any myself at the minute, like, but there is them there. So that's the wildlife area in the bit shade. There's loads of birds nesting in this mock orange. Loads of them, and the holly. Right, so I'll crack on. The potatoes are all in there now. I'm glad I managed to get that little section there done. It's well worth putting in a little bit effort. So that's all that side done. These cabbages and the kale, opening that up here, doing okay. And the giant swede is still going okay as well. I put this metal bar up here, it's much sturdier now. The leeks have had a good water in there. See what happens with them. I'm no leek expert. Pardon me folks. The garlic, everything's just had a good soaking for about an hour. I've been watering. And the garlic, that's just about ready. There's putting on a right spurt on there in the last couple of weeks. And there's the onions have all been watered. Look at that, looks nice and green there. So they're all picking up nicely. This row here is some of me Peter Glazebrook giants, as you can see there. Much bigger. I'll get you out the sun there. Much bigger than the other ones. But at the end of the day, they are supposed to be. I'll quickly go back up here before, because I forgot to show you something. The apples and the pears. Apples and pears. Getting some pears on. Quite a few. Quite a few. So hopefully this Vaseline round the stem there will stop all the little bugs climbing up and laying the eggs in there. Same with the apple tree. Can't see any apples on yet, but there's plenty of blossom. Lovely. Right, back on to what I was talking about in the first place. The Claygate Pomeranian apple has started to get blossom on. I need to tidy up around the underneath of the apple tree because it's getting a bit out of hand there. Hey, it's mad how it goes green all of a sudden. Right, enough of that. Me onions, the comfrey's doing canny, that'll be getting chopped up back soon. The never ending artichoke is never ending. So, sorry about the sun glare there folks. I was going to have a fire today, but I've changed my mind. I've just been checking underneath, just in case anything was nesting there or anything like that. It seems to be all clear. So I was going to have a fire, but the wind's blowing in the wrong direction, and I didn't want the garage there to complain. And plus Beach Road's just there, I didn't want to smoke that out. So I'll leave it until the flags are flying that away, that away, that away. The roses here, they're starting to get flowers on, but I tell you what, I've never seen so many green fly as I have done so far this year. Bloody millions of them. I don't know how is anybody else getting affected by green fly? Let us know in the comments. Dean's onions need to go in there. Like I say, these roses are starting to throw some buds off now. So is Annie's rose. These are just little patio rose. This I've put a little mate out there since the weather's nice now. I've come up back outdoors to keep her company and watch over her. This bamboo is looking fantastic. Here's my other camera. That's a view that you don't usually see. Right, there's the pile of wood. I'm going to pause this here. Oh, me black parrots, man. Me black parrots, man. It's starting to come to an end now, like, but beautiful. Beautiful. The sweet peppers, I was going to say there. They're starting to climb up there, canny. Right, I'm going to stop it here for editing purposes. See you in a bit. Right, into the greenhouse. Before that, I'll just quickly show you the honeysuckle. The honeysuckle is growing good. Nice one. This potato in the pot is doing canny as well. So is the avocado. Homegrown tastes better. Yes, it does. Flowers. Look at these sunflowers now, man. Getting big. Too big for the pots. There's a giant one off Dean. They're all getting massive there now. Cabbages here, the cauliflowers doing alright. They'll be going into the cage soon. In the cage. The cucumbers are still doing champion there. They'll be going into this trench here when I clear it. The convolvulus is doing champion. They're going to go into the hanging basket things there. Put some there. Put some at the back there. Maybe put some further along. Depends on how many I get. These dahlia cuttings. Let's see. Where are I? They've all rooted there. Nice one. These ones. Roots and ting. These ones, they're all doing canny. There's me snapdragons. I did nip the tops off and they've stayed at this height, but now, like was said, they're getting bushier, which is good. I sowed some swede down there. I think it was swede, I can't remember. I think it was swede. Nothing's happening with them yet. Or the blue lake climbers, but the broad beans, they'll be doing alright. They'll be going out soon. What I like to do is water from the bottom. So I just fill this tray, leave it for a few days, and let's see what happens. The grapes are doing great. Starting to get grapes all over. Now these peppers, I've potted a couple of them on. I don't know what's happening with them actually. They've just stopped growing. There's some chrysanthemums off Jeff, which I'll be potting on and planting out. These carrots are DNR'd. And them ones I don't know, I cannot see. No, nothing's happening with them ones yet. But look at the grapes, man. I've been thinning them out. But there's massive bunches, man. Massive bunches of grapes all over the place. Right, so I've filled this water butt up now for me tomatoes. There's the drip hose thing. It all works. As you can see, the ground's nice and wet there. So there's the tomatoes up the string, hopefully. There's some more convolvulus, my sweet corn. They'll be going out just past where the onions are. There's some more dahlias from seed. They are right there. They'll all be going out within the next few weeks. So the tomatoes, that'll do me. I put some of them red alert ones just straight in the ground, see what happens with them. And there's some of them, what do you call it, peppers, the Poblano giants, but like I say, I don't know what's happened to them. We'll see. Nothing, not all is lost if nothing happens. Me peas, are they fine? Fine. Isn't that right, Biakan man? Yeah man, Biakan man. So, is there anything else to show you in here? No, I'll spin you around. Right, so before I go, I'll just like to say thank you very much for watching, folks. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and all that kind of thing. It's well much appreciated. Welcome to my new subscribers. I've made quite a few since the last video, so hello folks. I know a few people ask for shout outs. I can't remember everybody. I need to write things like that down. But I am sorry, I'll say hello now. Shout out to everybody who wants a shout out. There you go. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting, liking and subscribing. Like I say, I'm repeating myself, so I'll put you on the tripod before I go. See you in a bit. Right folks, that's it. Like I say, I've done for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. I hope everybody has a great week and all that kind of thing. Nearly smashed me leg in with that there. So, like I say, thanks for watching folks. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Until the next time. Ta-ra now. Hello folks, it's Alan Partridge. Ha ha! I've just been polishing Dave's helmet. Hurrah! Because it's safety first, don't you know, children? Always wear your hat hard on when you're doing... Oops, I said that wrong there. Always wear your hat hard on. Oops, I said it wrong. Never mind. See you on the next one, folks. I've been Alan Partridge. Ha ha!